That's not how it was meant to go.
So I haven't used Blender in over a year, and so what better place to start than with a plan?
So I'm gonna bring out Miss Paint for a second. So, phase 1, hold up, let me there you go. Phase 1 of the plan is to start by relearning how to use Blender, and I think one of the best ways to do that is to make something rather simple yet complex. A ballerina box. They're cool, okay? Thing go spinner, make music, brain go happy. It's awesome! Whilst making this box, I encountered two main issues. The first one was the things mirrors do, reflections. I have never tried to make a reflection in Blender before with a glass texture, so I had no clue how to do that. So, YouTube time. So the second issue I had with creating the ballerina box was texturing. What a pain in the ass. Even though I didn't follow any tutorials, I added a nose texture to try and make some kind of like pillow thing. It works, but next time I definitely need to make it a bit more complex, perhaps try and add some fur thing, or like make it a different material, I don't know. But it could be better, and that's all this is about, is making something, learning from it, and then doing it again. And that's literally anything. If you want to get good at anything, that's the formula. Do the thing, improve the thing, and then do it again. So now that I have this amazing ballerina box, it's time for phase 2. So for phase 2 of the plan, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Why do I do this to myself? But seriously, I'm gonna do a Skillshare course on how to make a product animation, which, it's the precise reason I'm making this video, right? So I might as well do a course on it. Yep, I'm learning. Whilst doing the Skillshare course, I encountered two issues again. Now, the first was Skillshare wasn't sponsoring me, and the second one was actually not learning from the course. I needed to be incredibly careful of what I was doing. So I'll elaborate. So the way you learn a certain topic isn't by just copying a tutorial piece by piece. You actually have to innovate on it, and that's what I learned from my first video, which was learning Blender in 30 days in the card. And innovating on the tutorials allows you to learn at a much faster rate, and also not be stuck in this tutorial hell where you don't actually know how to do anything yourself, and you just rely on tutorials. So that's all I need to be careful of, and I succeeded. I learned, which means we're going into phase 3, baby! That was so cringy. For phase 3 of the plan, yes, that definitely says phase, we will be doing the final thing, where I want to make a tornado fluid simulation thing with water, and in my head it looks sick. I have no clue how to do it in Blender, and the tutorial / course didn't tell me, but it's fine. And so, what troubles did I face during the third and final phase thingy-majig? So, the first trouble I encountered was UV mapping. Now, with the Red Bull can thing prior, that was fine for some reason, but when I created my own, using the Red Bull thing as a template, for some reason it didn't work! Blender just hates me! The second trouble I faced was the spiraled fluid thing. Holy crap, that was hard to do. And so for the final issue I encountered was rendering times. Oh my god. It took so long to the point where I had to set up my old PC, so this video could be out before next year. I have an old PC that has a 1060 in it, and that thing is a trooper. Believe me, it's been on for 3 consecutive days, doing one scene! That's 200 frames! So, final thoughts, I guess, right? Was relearning Blender worth it, even though I had no reason to do it again? Yes, it was. This time, I actually had a lot of fun doing it, except for the course part. That wasn't so fun because I was following a tutorial most of the time. However, doing it by myself and just jamming out to some music was awesome. It's awesome. And so, in the future, I hope to be able to do so much more with Blender, and I've been doing a little bit of the TED research into a software called Houdini, which is meant to be like 100 times harder to learn than Blender, so I'm doing that next. Bye!